Welcome to historic Holman Stadium, everybody. Bishop Guertin and Nashua South to play a Division I baseball game here this evening. And Jason Roby here along with Tom King. Pete Johnson is the executive producer. Tim Diesel O'Neill is the man on the moving pictures. And Tom, national anthem was in the books. It was quite the rendition there.
Was that done in the booth? I mean, right in the main house? Oh, interesting.
Yes, well, yeah. Anyway. So we've got two teams here tonight, Tom, and BG and Nashua South, and we talked about it before the anthem. We know that both of these teams need to try to get to 8 wins. BG has an up on that. They're coming in at 7-7. They face a 5-9 Concord team at Concord on the 13th. So if they get this one and perhaps one more, they're in a driver's seat, yes, so to speak. Nashua South, on the other hand, they've got to get tonight. They'll host Salem on the 14th, a Blue Devil team that is just 2-10. So a chance to get that one. It would be a feather in their cap if they could get a couple here and get themselves to 6 wins. But obviously a lot of work to do before then. A lot of work to do and not much time to do it, right? There's 2 weeks left in the season, starting on Monday. 2 weeks left in the regular season. Speaking to it ends quickly. Speaking to Lisa Gingras, the Nashua athletic director here in the city, and we were talking about the Nashua South girls softball team. They have 9 games, Tom, in the next 2 weeks. Yep. Count them, 9 games. 9. So a lot of work to be done here in the state of New Hampshire, and we'll get this one underway. Sam Franco, the senior pitcher, will also bat leadoff from the left-hand box, and we are ready for first pitch action here from historic Holman Stadium. We certainly could use about a 10-degree temperature. That would be nice. Sure. This is a cold May night. McCoubry starts it off a little high and outside. Ball didn't quite move the way he wanted it to. The pitch will go for a ball. Second swing. That one is a rainmaker towards the dugout, just out of play near the tarp. Count will even up at 1-1. Very few foul balls in that area are caught at this level. Just the fielders just don't have the sense of it, and they don't take off right away for it. A lot of space on the third base side, not so much on the first base side. You're saying John Collins wouldn't have been able to run that one down, Tom? Collins probably would have run away from it. No, he would have dove. You know what? Collins would have dove. He would, yeah. And he would have gotten himself hurt. Ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Sam Franco. He digs in. McCoubry takes a deep breath from the windup, and that is a fastball high and outside. Count will even up at 2-2. Shadows all the way around with the exception of right center field. A little bit of sun peeking through the trees there, but the lights are on here. Yeah, it's still fairly sunny. It won't get dark for another half hour. That one sliced down the first base side out of play. If I'm BG and I know McCoubry's history, I really, really force him to throw a lot of pitches and wait him out. I really do that if I'm there. I mean, I'm not swinging at everything. Control, Tom, has been a factor, is what you're saying here for McCoubry. I force him to throw strikes. Deuces are wild. 2-2, and McCoubry dials it in. That one. I mean, look, he struck out his share in that first 3 innings against North. I mean, he did a good job, and then the wheels came off. Well, a good start there for McCoubry as he sits Franco down. The 2 pitchers going at it there, and stepping into the right-handed box, Gavin Santos, the freshman shortstop for the Cardinals. From the windup, McCoubry catches the outside part of that plate with some cheese. And 0-1 to Santos. McCoubry's offering again, catches the outside part of that plate. So hey, listen, he's great when he starts you out at strike 1. And that's the key, right, Tom, is to get ahead of these batters. Yeah. If you can get ahead, now you can. In a high school game, yeah, sure. But he's not messing around. He just missed that. No, he's pitching to a freshman. Put the ball over the plate and make the kid hit it, right? Well, that's something to say for a freshman too, Tom, to be able to come in here and start as a 9th grader. That's got to talk about your game a little bit, and especially in the 2 spot. Breaking ball just sliced to the first base side out of play. Off the netting there. It's a 1-2 count with one down here in the top of the first.
Outfield's playing fairly shallow.
He's crowding that box for sure. Swing and a miss, and 2 up, 2 down as Mukubri gets Franco and Santos.
This is why Vanderbilt liked him, right? Because he can do that.
Well, you can't teach someone to be 6'3", 6'4". You either are or you aren't. And he obviously has a power arm and can do some things. And if he can control where that fastball is headed and work the outside parts of that plate.
And mix in the off-speed.
He'll be dangerous. And there's a breaking ball that doesn't
break. Right.
But you still have to go to it or they'll be sitting on fastball all night. So you have to keep the batters guessing a little bit. This is the 3-hitter. Isaac Krivak, he will take high and up tight. It's 2-0 now to the senior second baseman.
Nice pitch.
And there it is again, Tom. He's working that outside corner very effectively here.
See, what he's doing tonight is what he did. You know, what he tried to do the other night was bust these hitters up inside. Now he's trying to get more of the plate.
He's working relatively fast too, which.
Well, that time he tried inside, got up and in.
Yeah, everything that's been inside has been high.
Yeah, he has not been able to control the inside pitch.
So 3-1 to the Cardinals' second baseman. Swing and a miss. And
nice pitch. Got to the outer half of the plate, made him chase, and he did.
No chance on that one.
No.
It is a full count, 2 down here, top of the first.
Throw the same pitch and dare him to hit it.
Mukubri.
Breaking
ball.
Instead, he does the breaking ball up and in. See, you got a fastball that he could not handle, and he couldn't handle it earlier in the count. So why change? Have him throw that fastball. Get him in a groove to the outer half of the plate, and that'll work, and now you've got a runner on.
Well, they've had trouble catching up to it because any contact they've had so far has been to the, to the first base side.
I understand I understand mixing things, but not in that case.
Not at a full count potentially. And there he starts it off with a breaking ball, and that one just off the plate. So 1-0 to the cleanup hitter, Ryan Haskell, the senior first baseman. Is deep in the box, and they will set deep in the box to respect the speed. And there is a swing and a miss as Haskell pulled his head down the left field line, and that ball got by him. Count evens up at 1-1, 2 down here, top of the first. That one fouled straight back just over the right shoulder of plate umpire. Is that Jeff Kleiner? Or is that,
yes, it is.
Is Jeff Kleiner behind the
he must
dish?
Have just gotten off the 18th green about 10 minutes.
From the stretch, Mukubri gets the signal, takes a deep breath, rears back, and a little off-speed action there. 2-2.
2-2, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the runner go.
So does just that. That one fouled right back. Tim O'Neill was ready for that one.
Tim brought his glove, didn't he?
I think. Well, he's wearing gloves. I don't know if it's
He's wearing gloves.
Tim's old school. He didn't play with the leather. He either had the 5-finger leather glove or he just played barehanded, as something tells me.
Right. In wiffle ball.
Deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. That is an inside pitch, and it will be caught by the shortstop. That will retire the side for the Cardinals.
Nice inning by Mukubri. Not bad. Very good.
So we'll head to the bottom of the first. The Panthers will come up to the plate. We'll get our first look at senior Sam Franco, who will take the mound for the Cardinals. And the book on Franco, as has been told to us, he can make it dance a little bit out there on the mound. He can place it. He can move it. Not as much a power pitcher as Mukubri.
No, just a pitcher, right?
Just a pitcher.
Just a pitcher, and that's what you want. And he's a lefty, so that's the thing. And I saw Franco pitch a no-no last year.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we'll see Brady Dillon, the shortstop, Kosei Tanaka, the center fielder, Gus Smiley, the left fielder. Any of those guys get on, we'll see the pitcher Grant Mukubri try to pitch, hit his position.
And after that, it's Chase O'Brien hitting 5th. Leo DiPaolo, the first baseman, hitting 6th. Logan Fear, the catcher, hitting 7th. Ryan Arneson hitting 8th, playing right field. And Colin Kochenik will DH for Max Demers, who is the second baseman.
In the field, Franco, as we mentioned, is the pitcher. Gavin Santos, the shortstop. Isaac Krivak, the second baseman. Ryan Haskell's playing third. Jake Boudreau at first. Jackson Goldstein is the left fielder. Ethan Druin, right fielder. Josh Wilson, the DH when BG bats. AJ Holmes, the center fielder. And Jordy DeLude will be doing the catching behind the dish. Scoreless here as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Sam Franco set to deal for the 7-7 Bishop Guertin Cardinals as they take on the home team here this evening at historic Holman Stadium. Notice I didn't say Stellos, Tom. I said Holman this time. Thank you.
Very good.
And doing the honors, Brady Dillon, the shortstop,
but
batting .438.
You know what? It feels like we should be at Stellos Stadium.
This is the weather. This is fall weather, Tom.
This is
You're
not
right.
good. I do not like it. And something's wrong out there in right field.
Taking a
Flinders looking out. Some
Fixing
jewelry, maybe?
Maybe some glasses. Okay.
Boudreau's
Sun is
gotta
definitely
fix
in his
his
eyes.
glasses.
He's holding his glove up over his eyes, and he's.
Oh, right field this is a terrible time for right
Yep.
field. Yeah.
No wind out here today. You look at the flag in the.
So here's what you do. If I'm Dylan, I see that. Okay, if I'm happen to catch it out there in right field, and I go that way.
Yep.
I try to go the other way, see if he can field it.
Count evens up at 1-1.
Of course, it's easy for us. We can see all that going on. I don't know if he'd be looking out that way, but that's definitely an issue.
It looked like Franco tried to work him inside in the early going of this at bat.
He does pitch, but he's got some velocity. Franco can throw hard.
Well, they are shifting. Look at center field. They are out at shaded towards right, and there's a pitch in the outside corner. Grabs that outside corner, and now it is a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Dillon. The lefty peers in, and the delivery. That one inside. Count evens up at 2-2. JV game played here before the varsity game.
Oh, was it? They played it here.
They did, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Franco just trying to get a little too fine.
It is a full count.
Who won?
Great question.
Yep.
I wasn't here for the...
It's okay. And a leadoff walk, and that is something Franco certainly didn't want to do.
Well, talking to Coach James Guy, and you mentioned it earlier, Tom, a lot of small ball potentially, and Coach Guy told me, he goes, look, don't be surprised if we're butting the heck out of this thing tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, he likes to do that anyway, but don't also underrate the stolen base because it may have a factor.
Tanaka in the left side box as Franco peers over at first base. Swing and a miss.
See, there's what Franco reaches back for sometimes.
You got a lefty on lefty matchup here, so that's good for Franco. But good cut there by Tanaka. He didn't get cheated on that swing. And now he squares up to bunt. Pull back, runner takes off and gunned down, but dropped the ball. Looked like Tom, we'll have to see it on the replay of ETV, but looked like maybe was kicked out of the glove at the last second. The foot in the glove arrived at the same time.
Yeah, it sure looked like it. I've got it here on camera, on my camera, because I could get that view, and it looks like his leg was right there when the ball was put down, with the glove was put down with the ball in it. So he got kicked out.
So a run in scoring position as that one goes over the head of Tanaka. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count as South has runner in scoring position. Brady Dillon takes a sizable lead off of second. Franco gives him a quick look. The delivery, that one is outside, and I got him. He got him. Okay, so I was going to say I thought it caught the outside part of the plate.
Oh, let me tell you, I missed it. Yeah, we did softball the other night in the first inning. I missed about 4 pitches because I thought they were automatic strikes, and they weren't. They weren't, or they were. It depended.
Swing, and that one is a rainmaker. It's a pop fly on the infield Second baseman calls it and makes the play to record the second out. So very quickly after that leadoff walk, and I guess, I don't know if we'd call it a stolen base. Stolen
Stolen base. Oh, definitely stolen base, no doubt about it.
2 quick outs.
Yeah.
And Grant McCoubry, the pitcher for Nashua South, will dig into the right side box. Pitcher versus pitcher here. That's Franco from the stretch.
And McCoubry can hit. He's got power.
There's a breaking ball that did everything but. So McCoubry is ahead 1-0 on the count. 2 down here, bottom of the first. The delivery, swing, and a shot.
Yeah,
center field, staying up there a long time, and plenty of time to get underneath it.
Even his outs can be loud, and that's the case.
A.J. Holmes has some wheels out there, and that thing hung up just long enough for Holmes to run underneath it and retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning.
We'll head to the second, and I will head down on the field to try to get some good stills, and I'll be back up probably in time for the fourth.
All right, he is Tom King.
Maybe sooner if I get something good. If Guy will cooperate and keep running his base runners, then maybe I can get some plays.
That is the gift that keeps on giving. Tom, the Telegraph King, or TKpedia, as he likes to call himself, wears many hats here in the city of Nashua. Also a member of the Nashua Athletics Hall of Fame Committee. And as we talk about that, the date has been set for the Hall of Fame weekend. It's going to be a May 18th, 2025. That is a Sunday for the next inducted class. They are taking nominations now, so you can go on the Nashua Athletics website and you can find the paperwork on there if you want to nominate somebody from Nashua High School, Nashua North, Nashua South. They could be a contributor. They can be a former player, a coach, someone that's contributed in some way, shape, or form to Nashua Athletics. You can go ahead online and fill out that paperwork, and all the instructions are there. Get it into the committee. We had a chance to induct our most recent class a year ago. It was a lot of fun, and looking forward to the next one as well. We'll head to the top of the second. Leading off for the Cardinals is the first baseman, senior number 6, Jake Boudreau. Boudreau digs into the right side box, and Kleiner will call time as Boudreau will tuck in the sweatshirt hood into the back of his jersey. It is a chilly night here at historic Holman Stadium. Lights are on. The sun has all but disappeared. No more sunspots on the field as the offering from McCoubry hits the dirt and is blocked over to the right. Boudreau will start out 1-0. A little heat, a little low. 2-0 now to the first baseman for the Cardinals, Boudreau. So now McCoubry's got to find something here. He had a couple of swinging strikeouts in the first inning. And that one is low, and now 3-0 is the count to Boudreau, and he can be all kinds of patient. When we heard what Tom said is the book on McCoubry, if he can make him throw a lot of pitches, maybe take him out of his game a little bit. Grant rears back. He steps out of there as the ball is right down the pipe for a strike. 3 balls and a strike now to Boudreau. And fastball all the way, sitting dead red as McCoubry reared back. And now it's a full count as Boudreau fouls one quickly off to the right side towards the Nashua South dugout. So a good job of battling back here by Grant McCoubry. It is a full count. McCoubry from the windup, the delivery, and just missed that outside corner. So a leadoff walk issued to Jake— and the first baseman will head down. about 90 feet. Left fielder Jackson Goldstein is batting now. He wears number 2. He is a senior. So base runners thus far in both innings for the Cards. We'll see if they can capitalize here as McCoubry will operate from the stretch. Peered over his left shoulder. The delivery, breaking ball stays high. They're going to make Grant earn those strikes as Goldstein was sitting on that one all the way. 1-0 now to Jackson. Quick throw back over to first. Sliding in head first safely was Boudreau. If that throw was a little lower, would have been a closer play, but got to keep him honest over there at first. It's not a very big lead. Trying to get dynamic as McCoubry rears back, fouled off to the right over our heads here. Bounces into the stands, takes a couple of bounces. Nice play there off the bounce. Sign that man up. Budgets are tight here in Nashua, so that ball will get thrown back to the dugout. 1-1, the count is even now to Goldstein. Breaking ball stays high again. 2-1 now to the Guertin left fielder. Boudreau again, just a modest lead off of first. And stepping off the back of the rubber was McCoubry. I think maybe he got in the line of sight there, did Boudreau. And that ball low. So 3-1 now to the 6-hitter Jackson Goldstein. And when you get a chance to see a lot of pitches, good things can happen for you at the dish. McCoubry from the stretch, right hand, rears back, swinging, getting a piece of it fouled back into the netting. Back behind home plate, so count is full now. So each of the last 2 batters, McCoubry has battled back to force full counts. He was unable to get Boudreau. We'll see how he handles Goldstein. Runner takes off, swing, a high fly out of play. Back behind us to the right. So we'll do it all over again. 7:35 on the clock here. We had about a 7:10 start here. This one was slated for 7 o'clock. But 7:10 or so first pitch. McCoubry from the stretch, full count. And that one is high and tight. First 2 runners are on via the walk. And you never want to give a team that has trouble swinging the sticks free passes on the base paths. And we'll quickly get a meeting of the minds out on the bump here as they'll talk it over with McCoubry to settle in and figure out how they want to pitch Ethan Druin, the right fielder. He is the 7th in the 7th spot here this evening. And just probably want to try to calm McCoubry down and have him dial in here. Double play in effect. Let the defense play behind you. Just got to find those spots. So Guertin, runners at first and second, still nobody out. We are the top of the 2nd inning here at historic Holman Stadium. McCoubry peers in, looks over his right shoulder at Boudreau. Addresses the plate, comes, strike. Fastball. Down and outside. And again, I think Druin was probably taking all the way. First pitch take there. Make him earn those strikes. McCoubry. The delivery comes to almost the same exact location there. And Ethan Druin has not taken the bat off of his left shoulder. McCoubry quickly ahead, 0-2 against the right fielder for the Cards. Swing down to third. Chance for a double play here. Step on third. Long throw across the diamond. And a scoop there. And they're going to say out at third and safe at first. So good play there, but a nice job to get the lead runner, Chase O'Brien, stepping on third. He was a few steps away from third. Had he been a step closer, may have had a better chance there, but one out now. Swing, and that one a little pop into the leather there as Josh Wilson, the DH, will bat for Jordy Delude, the catcher. Fielder's choice for Druin will eliminate Boudreau at third. So one down here, top of the second. Wilson down 0-1. Double steal, throw down to third is into left field. So the catcher kind of airmailed one over the head of the third baseman, and there's nothing really that Chase O'Brien could do about that. And the first run is across, and it is a 1-0 Guertin lead. So still just the one down, but now runner at second. So double play no longer in effect. Only forces at first. McCoubry rears back, reestablishes order, gets ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes against Wilson. That one misses low and outside. Count evens up at 2-2. McCoubry peers over his right shoulder. The delivery, that one really far outside. And the count has now been worked full. Wilson is deep in the right-hand box. Right foot just before the stripe. Quick throw back to second, check on the runner. Druin got back just to keep him honest. BG manufacturing some runs by stealing some bases, forcing the issue. McCoubry to the plate, swing and a miss. Good pitch there, and Wilson will strike out swinging. That's the second out. Now coming to the plate, man that ended the first, A.J. Holmes, running down that shot to deep center. Holmes batting 9th here this evening. Swing and a miss, and a good power pitch there as McCoubry gives a little hop, step, skip there off the mound. Was feeling that one. He'll peer over at the runner on second. He'll come to the plate. Swing, foul out of play to the right side. And Grant is quickly ahead, 0-2. So 2 down here in the top of the second. First run is on the board. Overthrow at third base on a double steal plates the game's first run. Swing and fouled over towards the Guertin dugout. So staying alive is A.J. Holmes, the center fielder. Junior again digs in. He is also deep into that batter's box. McCoubry looks over his right shoulder. The delivery, and that caught the outside corner. And Holmes strikes out looking. So we'll come to the bottom of the second inning. BG strikes first. They got a run on an overthrow at third for a double stolen base, and the first run gets plated. It is 1-0 Cardinals. If you're looking at McCoubry, so far through 2 innings, he's got 4 strikeouts, but he's also walked 3 runners, and one of them has come across to score. So in high school baseball, anytime you give runners free passes, that is not a good thing. But he settled down there and closed out the top of that second inning, and South going to come back and see if they can't win the inning, as they'll come and try to answer with third baseman Chase O'Brien will bat first. Leo DiPaolo, the first baseman, will bat second. Logan Fair, the catcher, will be third. And if anybody gets on, Ryan Arneson, the right fielder, will bat fourth this inning. BG, as we mentioned, comes in at 7-7. They will play next at Concord on the 13th. 4 o'clock start for them. And as we mentioned in the pregame, the race is to try to get to 8. We think it's 8 wins will get you into the tournament. That's what it was, I believe, a year ago. So 8 is a good, safe number. BG has a jump on that number. Meanwhile, Nashua South at 4-6, 10 games in, will have to get 4 more wins if that is, in fact, the magic number. Jason Roby calling all of the action for you here on Nashua ETV. Tom TKpedia King calling the color, taking pictures, writing articles, juggling chainsaws. He does a little bit of everything here. They give him his own room here at Holman Stadium. I'm not sure if that's for him or for us. Maybe to separate him from us, Tim. I'm getting a nod and a smile there from Tim Diesel O'Neill, so he concurs. TJ PDP Johnson is the executive producer for Nashua ETV, sitting off to my right. And it is a good team here working the game here this evening. Bunt is shown, and Franco comes with a strike, first pitch strike, as O'Brien was showing bunt all the way from the left side box, lefty against lefty. That one blocked and in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. So O'Brien bats in the 5th spot. He's the third baseman. That's pitch is outside. 2-1 now to O'Brien. Senior wears lucky number 13. Alex Rodriguez. And that one is a strike. Although it wasn't handled, maybe they got crossed up a little bit on the signals. It's 2-2. And we'll see what Franco goes to here. Count even. The lefty rears back. Throws a seed. Catches the outside corner. You can hear the mitt pop. So striking out looking is O'Brien. Leo DiPaolo, the first baseman. He's a junior. He'll get his first look at Sam Franco. Tim O'Neill's music blares over the loudspeaker here at Holman Stadium. That one is low and in the dirt. DiPaolo up 1-0. And a slow grounder goes out of play to the left side just before third base. Count evens up at 1-1. DiPaolo will come back and we'll do it all over again. DiPaolo not quite as far back in that batter's box. Breaking ball and a nice one there from Franco. He gets ahead now, 1-2. And that one missed, but it didn't look like it missed by much. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 6 hitter. That one low and inside. Count will go full. We got a 3-2-1 situation. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Bottom of the 2nd inning. DiPaolo trying to get on first. Swing and a miss. So Franco reaches back for a little something extra on that one. And the 2 outs so far this inning. Strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging. Logan Fear, the catcher, First pitch swinging, it gets by the pitcher, gobbled up by the shortstop. And they're going to say the runner was safe. He dropped it, so it was a low throw from short, so potentially an error on the first baseman. See how they officially score that. So Logan Fear finds his way to first base, and Ryan Arneson, the right fielder, in the 8th spot, get a chance to extend the inning. That one's inside, but it catches the corner of the plate. So the senior Arneson down 0-1. Swing, and it goes out of play towards the BG dugout. So Arneson quickly down 0-2. Franco trying to get out of this inning. Breaking ball up high. A little wasted pitch. See if Panthers had anything dialed in. Fear not too far off of first. Swing and a miss. And that will do it. So the error does not come back to haunt them. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning. BG 1-0 over Nashua High School South. You are watching on Nashua ETV. I want to thank everybody for watching us on our tinyurl.com/Nashua ETV stream. Or if you happen to be watching on the Roku or Apple TV platforms, welcome everybody. Got some awesome music playing here. It's good stuff. Back with music there, a segue into the top of the 3rd inning. Will sound like a little Rage Against the Machine there. I digress. Top of the order, Sam Franco from the left side box. And that one is fastball inside, is diving or jackknifing out of the way from that Macubri offering was Franco. He's ahead 1-0. 1-0 Bishop Guertin Cardinals here. Historic Holman Stadium, Friday night. Crisp in the air, no wind. Swing fouled straight back into the netting. Count evens up at 1-1. You see just how important that netting is there. Macubri from the stretch, rears back, the delivery, swing, nope. Thought he was going to pull the trigger. He did not. It was inside. So 2 balls and a strike now to Franco. Good strong finish to his half of the inning from the pitcher's mound. Striking out the last 2 batters. 3-1 now to Franco. McCoubry dials in and throws a fastball outside corner. Full count now. Pitcher to pitcher. McCoubry from the stretch. Swing. And center field, and having to move just about maybe 2 steps to his right was Kosei Tanaka. They had him played perfectly, so Franco lines out to the center fielder. 1 down here in the top of the 3rd. Gavin Santos, the shortstop, will get his second look at McCoubry. He struck out swinging in the 1st inning. Good pitch there by Grant. The junior locating that first pitch quite well. That one swung at late, goes down the first base line, well out of play on the ground. Quickly 0-2 to Santos. And the shortstop calls time and steps out of the box. And he also very deep in that batter's box. And they're not choking up a whole lot against McCoubry. I think to protect the plate you would. Just missing there. Good discipline by Gavin Santos as he was able to hold back on that swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here, top of the 3rd. Breaking ball goes high. Count will even up at 2-2. So McCoubry peers in, gets the signal from the stretch. Deep breath, delivery outside. Santos has worked the count full. So another lengthy at bat for the Cardinals, seeing a lot of pitches from McCoubry, who's slows the pace just a little bit. Grant rears back, fires, and a ground ball gobbled up, and it ate up the shortstop. Took a couple of hops there and was misplayed, so we'll get a error on the shortstop, Brady Dillon. And another free base runner for the Cardinals. So it should be 2 outs, but instead Santos stands on first. And Isaac Krivak, the second baseman, will get his second look at McCoubry. First pitch running, and it was thrown to the 3rd base side of the bag. Otherwise, may have been a closer play. So a swipe of second. So that error quickly turns into a double for the Cardinals, and they have a runner in scoring position in the top of the 3rd inning. Just the 1 out as McCoubry peers back. They throw back, and again, that ball thrown to the first base side of the bag. So location, location, location is not just a term you use in business, but also in baseball. Where are you throwing that ball? McCoubry peers back over his right shoulder. The delivery, swing, and a high, slow roller outside of 3rd base. Foul ball. And now the second baseman for the Cards quickly down 0-2. Isaac walked in the 1st inning. A hit here could very well plate the second run for Guertin. That one is high and inside. Ball and 2 strikes now to Isaac. The senior swings his bat. Fouled straight back into the netting here. Almost cleared it. Probably would have found its way into the Tom King suite had it cleared that netting. Could have potentially hit that little bobblehead doll of Tom up there. That would be unfortunate. Ooh, and that one goes over the head of Isaac. So count evens up at 2-2. We'll see if he comes with a breaking ball here, if he stays straight fastball. Swing and a miss, and he came inside on that one. And down on strikes goes Krivak for the second out of the inning. Ryan Haskell, the third baseman, senior, wears number 7. He popped up to the shortstop in the first inning. He'll get his second look at McCoubry. That one is a rainmaker out of play. Lands on the concrete and bounces close to Lisa Gingras, I believe. A lot of people don't know this. Lisa Gingras at one time, nice stop there by the catcher for the Panthers. A good play. Otherwise, as a runner on third, Logan Fear slid to his right and blocked that McCoubry offering. But Lisa Gingras won a softball state title as a coach at Salem High School. True story. So, great volleyball coach, great softball coach, fantastic math teacher. Best in the business as an athletic director, as that one goes up and out of play over the top of us. Haskell making McCoubry work for it. He's gotten a couple pieces of it. He's gotten the bat on the ball a few times here. The pitch, slow ball that does not break. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Not a huge crowd here tonight for a Friday night, but not terrible. A little cool. Swing, and that one is going to be out of play, but it might just make the second or third row here behind the netting. So Haskell, a productive at bat here, getting to see a lot of pitches. Santos, the runner, on second. That one misses, and now the count has gone full. So another full count. It's McCoubry versus Haskell. Grant trying to get out of the inning. Haskell trying to extend it. Slow roller and a jump. Long throw from shortstop, and a great play there by Brady Dillon. Fantastic as the runner jumped over the ball. I thought Dillon might lose it. Went to the backhand. Nice long throw across the diamond. And the side is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Guertin still up top, 1-0. You are watching Nashua ETV here in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. Jason Roby calling all of the action for you here on Nashua ETV. Tom King is the man on the color commentary. He's down taking pictures and probably writing a couple of articles. Our executive producer here at Nashua ETV is DJ PDP Johnson. Tim Diesel O'Neill, the man on the moving pictures, and also the man turning the lights on for us here in the press box. 8:01 on the time on the scoreboard here at Holman Stadium. We got about a 10-minute delay at the start of this one. Wanted to make sure the infield was raked and cleared and relined. The JV game was played out here prior to the varsity game, so got a little bit of a late start here. Lisa Gingras making her way up to the press box. Thought maybe she would have come up with that one, that foul ball out of play over there. The former softball state champion coach. That's right, Lisa. We talked about that a little bit up here. Yeah. Yes. So we'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Nashua South is down 1-0. Kachanik the designated hitter will come up first here in the inning. Then we'll get back to the top of the order with Dillon and Tanaka. And if any of them get on, it'll be Gus Smiley. So Kachanik will get his first look at Franco. And he squares up to bunt, and it's going to roll out of play and touched out of play. So a very long strike, if you will. Kachanik has some wheels. He was motoring down that first baseline. He got on his Pontiac and ride. An old car commercial. I don't know if any of you remember that one. Get on your Pontiac and ride. Kachanik down 0-1, and he takes a called strike on the outside portion of the plate. Quickly down 0-2 now. Got to protect that plate. We'll see how he handles the offering from Franco. Maybe a slight choke up on the bat swing and a miss. And quick work by Franco as Kachanik will go down swinging. And that will be the first out of the third inning. Brady Dillon, their shortstop. He walked in the first inning and stole second. I believe he kicked the ball, or it looked like or appeared that he kicked the ball out of the glove. That one comes inside for Franco, so Dillon will start ahead, 1 ball, no strikes. Franco working fast now, and that one is going to drop in between second base and center field. So Brady Dillon has a single.
Number 4, Kosei Tanaka.
Jose Tanaka. Kosei, the center fielder, where's number 4? He's a junior. He's in the left side box. Franco peers over to first base, gives Dillon a look. Dillon gets back to the chopper. That's a Predator reference there, Tim. Franco again, the delivery. Nice pitch there by the senior pitcher. And he gets ahead of Smiley. Count evens up at 1-1 to the junior center fielder. The lefty peers over to first. The delivery swing, high ground ball, and they're going to say it's a foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Tanaka. Dillon will head back to first base. Touch the bag. Couple of steps off. The delivery. That pitch stays up in the zone. Count evens up at 2-2. Tanaka struck out looking his first at bat way back in the first inning. Stolen base opportunity here. That one, and again, a little high. If it's a little lower, it would have been a pickoff because it was to the first base side of the bag. But as it goes, Dillon swipes second base, and the Panthers are in business. They got a runner in scoring position with just 1 out here. Tanaka, the lefty, trying to move the runner Dillon along. That one outside, and a bases on ball issued to Tanaka.
The left fielder, number 7. Smiley.
So, they have something brewing here. Gus Smiley batting .417, and he has the second highest average on this Nashua South team behind only Dillon at .438. So we'll see if Smiley, with his .417 average, can make something happen. That's a strike. Looked a little high, a little outside, but Franco gets the call. He gets ahead 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me. The delivery, that one outside, count evens up at 1-1. And Franco working quickly here from the mound. He's already back on the rubber, takes a deep breath, peers in, and he says, let's go. Let's get this thing moving. Runners on first and second for the Panthers. That's a strike. Nice pitch there by Franco. As Smiley eyeballed it all the way in. Dillon is at second. Tanaka at first. One out here in the bottom of the third. Smiley trying to make something happen. That pitch was high. Quick look down to first base, but no throw. Count evens up at 2-2. Franco, the lefty, looks over his shoulder. The delivery, breaking ball, pulls the string. And Smiley heads to the bench.
The pitcher, number 20,
So Grant McCoubry, a chance to pick himself up a little bit here. He had a shot to center field in the first inning that A.J. Holmes settled under, but it was hit to a deep part of, I guess you'd call it, shading more towards left center, but McCoubry has some power, and there's a pretty good gap out there. If he can find it, Panthers could get on the board here. That pitch taken inside for a called strike. And again, McCoubry is in, and Franco is ready to deal. Checks both runners. Swing and a miss, and may have fooled him on that one. Ooh, and that pitch went over Franco. Fortunately, the second baseman was there to back that one up. Good heads-up play by the second baseman. Isaac was Johnny on the spot there. Franco, the delivery. And that one's in the dirt, and the runners will advance. So Panthers now 90 feet away from tying this one up. The go-ahead run is at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McCoubry. Franco ready. Gets the call, gets the signal, gives it the nod from the set. Swing and a drop ball. They're going to say it was dropped, but they get the throw at first anyway to retire the side. So the Panthers, with their best chance so far tonight, they had runners in scoring position on second and third, and McCoubry goes down. So we will head to the top of the fourth inning. The Cardinals still enjoying that 1-0 lead against the Purple Panthers. This game extremely important as a BG. If they get this one tonight, they'll have the inside track on securing a playoff spot. But South, on the other hand, very little room for error on the scoreboard.
Interesting game. Here is it just looks like both pitchers are overthrown a little bit at times.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what obviously what Franco has been able to do. He's got 7 strikeouts so far tonight,
yeah,
Tom.
He drops in that curveball.
Yeah, and
it literally just drops in.
You know, a great opportunity there for South. And even though you don't come away with the run that you need, you got to feel good about, okay, we know we can get some guys on base. We know we can get them into scoring position. Now we just got to get them across the dish. And, you know, we're just in the top of the fourth here.
Yeah, if I'm Guertin, I'm not comfortable with just one run.
No.
You know, but at the same time, Franco showed a lot there. He's got second and third. And the cleanup hitter's up, and he put a fly ball to deep left center earlier.
Yeah, that's right. We had mentioned that.
Yeah, and so he comes in there and he gets ahead of him 0-2.
Yeah, that's
and that's huge.
Well, when you're ahead as a pitcher, it's definitely advantage pitcher, right? I mean, that's what you want to do. You never want to be behind because it kind of forces your hand as to what you can throw.
Right, exactly. And interesting. The other interesting thing, and I don't know if I noticed it or if he did it last week, McCoubry pitches out of the stretch.
Yeah, he
and
does.
Not the windup. And I think that that's a change for him. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Jimmy Guy after the game.
Swing,
Hey,
fouled back to the right is Jake Boudreau, the first baseman. He walked his first time at bat back in the second inning.
And McCoubry labors on every pitch. It's a full effort.
He's taken a little more time in between pitches, particularly last inning. His time is called, but
right.
You know, and on the other side of things, Franco was working at a faster pace.
Franco's working fast, but last inning he tried to overthrow a little bit too much.
Swing and a miss and a good job of pitching there. Good pitch sequence from McCoubry.
But you see, I mean, his motion takes him right off the mound. He really gets into it and, makes the noise after every pitch and just, physically, because of the exertion. So he really labors on every pitch.
Jackson Goldstein, the left fielder, scored the only run for Guertin. He walked back in the second inning, came all the way around to score.
Yeah, the errant throw.
Over the third baseman's head.
Right, on the steal attempt, which it was a good play by Guertin to try to steal on.
It was a double steal, right?
Yeah, that situation. I thought it was a good play to make.
Another situation here, Tom, where McCoubry is now behind 2-0 to Goldstein, the 6-hitter. McCoubry delivers
low.
Fastball low, 3-0 now, and they're taking a lot of first pitches here. They're looking at a lot of offerings.
Oh, that's just it. I said that's what you've got to do to him. I mean, his reputation is that eventually the pitches just don't find the plate, and you can't chase.
McCoubry with a nice pitch there, right down the pipe. First strike. It's 3-1.
But McCoubry is just as capable of walking the bases loaded as he is of striking out the side.
Battles his way back, works the count full, does McCoubry. So nice job of pitching there. There was some pop on that pitch.
And he did it early. He did it last inning too. He was down to the count to 3-1. I think the leadoff hitter, and he struck him out.
Swing, fouled out of play off to the right side beyond the trees over there, and we'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Top of the 4th inning. Guertin enjoying a 1-0 advantage. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he came inside on that one.
That was one of his best pitches inside that I've seen him ever throw. It just handcuffed the hitter. Just handcuffed him.
So it looks, it appears as, aside from the errors.
My guess is this is his best start of the year.
Yeah, I mean he's battling and he's throwing some good pitches. Ethan Druin, the right fielder now. And there's a pitch on the outside corner. And again, starting ahead.
That's the key.
0-1 to Druin, the junior right fielder. I think he had a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Swing, and that one is slicing foul. And
probably one of the best batted balls off McCoubry all night.
Yeah, no doubt. But a late swing. Awfully quiet here tonight, Tom, at Holman for a Friday night, huh?
Cold. Everybody's free. Everybody's sitting there freezing. It is a cold night here.
Gotta turn the heat on down there. That one in the dirt.
Ooh, got the catcher on the bounce. Trainer out right away.
5 minutes. Yo, you want to say what's up to that with this?
And I don't know if it got him in the.
I think it got him in the throat
or the neck here,
I think
Tom.
the throat.
Trainer quickly out to take a look.
Yep.
And hate to see that happen.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The ball bounced.
Yeah.
Short of the plate.
Yeah.
And that bounce is what did it.
And it's quiet here at Holman Stadium.
Silent, very silent. So they're just tending to him right now, and we'll see what the situation is going to be.
Yeah, we're going to take a break, Tom, and we'll be back in just a few minutes here. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back with more. more in-game action in just a minute. Good sign, good sign. All right, we're back here at historic Holman Stadium, and that's a good sign as sitting up. It looked like it got Logan Fear on the neck or the throat on the bounce pitch, and he'll head to the dugout. He gets a nice round of applause from both dugouts, both sides of the fans, and that's a great sign. He'll get a handshake from his backup catcher and head into the dugout with the trainer, and they'll take a look at that. But hate to see something like that happen in to anybody.
Fluke
Just a fluke
play.
thing.
Yeah, fluke thing. Ball bounced and went right up under the catcher's mask.
Tom, we got a backup catcher coming into the game there. I don't know if we got a number.
Is it 14? Let's see if I.
It looks like it's number 9, Jack Ninto. Yep, it is number 9, Jack Ninto. So he will come in and work on some signs there with McCoubry, who, I got to say, Fear and McCoubry were working really well together there.
They were a little off each other in the first inning and a half, maybe. And then they talked, and McCoubry, kind of gestured to him and said, this way, and then they got on the same page.
Right.
So, and that worked.
So the Ninto is a sophomore and he'll get, my guess is, a few warm-up pitches here with McCoubry, although we don't want to see.
He needs.
And now he needs
a change of equipment.
So,
yeah.
But and you don't know how many warm-up pitches you really want.
Well,
he's throwing here anyway.
He
right?
doesn't.
Just a few to
McCoubry's going to get a couple to loosen up.
Yeah.
Of the delays.
Yep.
And the catcher can use those.
And the count will be 1-1 with 2 down here in the top of the 4th.
2 outs, nobody on. Guertin with a 1-0 lead. They took advantage of 2 walks in the second inning. 2 walks, a stolen base, actually 2 stolen bases, and an errant throw into the outfield, and that allowed the run to score. And that's where we are. South's best chance was last inning at first and second, and then a wild pitch put it second and third, but Sam Franco on a 1-2 pitch struck out Grant McCoubry and got out of the inning, and that's where we are right now. So McCoubry get a couple warm-up pitches to Ninto. 2 outs, nobody on here. Top of the 4th inning. And Guertin has, I don't want to jinx McCoubry, but Guertin does not have something right now.
Right.
And we are in the 4th.
Well, there's 2 down here. Important for the Panthers to get out of this inning unscathed and keep it at just the 1 run. So we'll see what McCoubry can do as he's working with his new battery mate out there in Ninto. And we are ready to get underway at the conclusion of this at bat. Druin from the left side. McCoubry peers in. The delivery, swing, and a high bouncing ball out of play. Foul ball to the right-hand side of first base. So now 1-2.
Guertin's done what you usually do against a fastball pitcher. You swing a little late and you're fouling pitches off all over the place. I mean, they put a lot of balls in the stands here tonight.
That particular swing was early, though, because he's a lefty.
Yeah, that's true.
Druin. That one in the dirt. So again, you wonder what kind of, how long does it take for these two to get kind of on the same page in terms of pitch calls and indicators and all that happy stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. But you know what? If you're McCoubry, just throw the pitch over the plate. And there's no problem. You can cross them up, and if it still goes over the dish, it'll be played. Right
Good
to him.
play by the shortstop. Nice throw across
Right
the
to
diamond.
him.
Record the third out.
Tailor-made. That would have been a good double play ball.
Indeed, sir.
Yep.
So we will head to the bottom of the fourth. It is Bishop Guertin 1, Nashua South 0. Panthers coming up here in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be O'Brien, DePaulo, and Ninto, unless they pinch hit somebody else. And if anyone gets on, it'll be Arneson. So we'll have to take a look. Jason Roby calling the action with you, along with Tom King, DJ PDP Johnson, the executive producer, Tim Diesel O'Neill in the moving pictures. Go ahead, Tom.
And by the way, I don't call myself TKpedia. That's a John Collins phrase. I've never used that.
I've heard him call you some other things,
Yeah,
but I don't think that's appropriate for the broadcast here.
Right.
So
how's the weather over at Stellos?
something tells me it's just as cold there.
Yeah, maybe colder off the river. Yeah.
Oh, gotta love it.
Yes.
Gotta love it. And Franco will head back to the mound for his fourth inning of work here.
There's a lot on Franco tonight. They want to get this game, and they don't want to go into their bullpen because you've still got 2 weeks to go. You don't want to overuse your pitchers. And he's, been so, good this year that he wants to, to take this one home. And he knows that his team is not, really doing a whole lot. So there's a little bit of heat on him to try to keep South off the board. I mean, if you're Franco, you're thinking you need to shut South out if you want to win this game.
Well, I'm with you, Tom. They had their best chance the last half inning to play to run and get out of it. But
the way that James Guy plays his team, if they can get on base, a walk, an error, anything, they'll have a couple other chances.
Chase O'Brien struck out
because
looking
he'll run
in the second inning, and a lot of Ks in the book here for Franco. And they'll talk it over at the mound.
Now this battery needs to get on the same page, evidently.
7 strikeouts through 3 innings for Franco.
McCoubrey's got to be close to that too, right? Got to be.
7 strikeouts from McCoubrey as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Through 4.
The difference is the walks.
Yeah, the walks and the error, the overthrow.
Right, the overthrow to third base.
Yeah.
But 2 runners are on via the walk, and
free passes will do you in every time in high school baseball.
Yep.
Nice pitch there.
Geez. Boy, I tell you, I love his delivery. It's smooth. It just goes right over. Even against a lefty. Smooth.
Strike 3, and that ball was on its way to third base before it was even run up.
Before it was even run up. Did you notice that too?
Did,
right,
yeah.
Exactly. That's a no-doubter.
5 Ks via the look, not even swinging the bat.
Yep. Well, that's that. Now that was a fastball that they hit it to, but that O'Brien took. But the drop pitch, the drop curve, especially to righties, that's what gets everybody.
Leo DePaulo, the first baseman, he struck out swinging in the second inning, and he swung at that one and maybe was waiting on something a little different. He's choked up quite a bit on the bat there, so he's expecting some heat maybe. And there it is. That ball inside. Count evens up at 1-1 to the first baseman, Leo DePaulo, the junior. That one fouled back into the netting. Quickly down 1-2.
So Franco's delivery doesn't wind up. He doesn't pitch out of the stretch, but he doesn't wind up.
Well, that is considered a wind-up, but
it's not really.
He's not wasting any energy.
No, he
really.
doesn't. He doesn't bring the arms over his head.
Yeah.
Keeps the glove and the arm right to the belt.
But he is dynamic. He is moving and creating,
Yep.
creating some momentum to home plate there. Ooh, high cheese and down swinging goes to Paulo.
Yeah.
So the K's
These are mounting.
being racked up here in my
Yeah,
book.
there's a lot of Ks tonight. We go with 15 strikeouts, 16 combined strikeouts. Franco's got 9.
Nine and
Kubri was
7.
7. So, and it's a cold night too. So it's a tough night to really get the bat on the ball.
And that is Jack Ninto that is batting for Logan Fear. It's good to see Logan head off under his own power into the dugout.
Yeah. Shaken up though.
Yep, no doubt.
But good to see him get up and walk and everything else.
Swing and a miss there. Nintel wasn't going to get cheated on that swing.
No. But he reached for it, jumped out at it. Which, you're 2-0. You're ahead in the count. You figure you're going to get a fastball.
Now it is 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Nintel from the right side. Breaking ball. Stays high.
He changed pitches. Again, he was mowing him down with the fastball, and they just got a little too cute.
And clearly Jack was having trouble keeping up with that fastball.
Right, so I just deliver it, do it again. Walked him. And see, that's what happens. You get a little too cute.
Yep.
And you're in a groove, you're throwing a fastball, he's not touching it, and then you walk him. That was a bad pitch on 2-2 with a curveball. Just go with the fastball. He wasn't touching it.
So Nintel will find his way down to first base, and Arneson, the right fielder, is up. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. He'll get his 2nd look at Franco.
But see, there's a chance. This is the door that opens because can Ninto run? He's how much speed does he have? But James Guy runs just about everybody.
Swing and a high fly ball to left field. It hangs up there. And third out is recorded.
Looking at the left fielder, I thought he was going to have to go over his head a little bit, but the ball was hit so high that I figured he would be able to catch up to it, and he did. So we have played 4 innings here at historic Holman Stadium. It is a 1-0 game in favor of Bishop Guertin over Nashua South.
Tom, when will it come? Will it become historic Stello Stadium? When does it become historic?
When I die.
All right, we'll leave that comment right there. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
When I'm history, Stellos will be history.
Okay, all right, very good.
Well, I mean, it's this is historic Holman because of the color barrier being broken here, right?
Yeah,
that's
right.
why.
Exactly
it has nothing to do with how old it is.
Nope.
It has to do with what's happened here.
100%.
Yep, and so that's the thing. So, Stellus has made its own memories though over the last 20 years. There's no doubt about that.
Don Newcomb and Roy Campanella right here at the historic Holman. But you're right, Stello Stadium, a lot of great, memorable games have taken place over there through the years as well.
Yep, a lot of games.
Nashua kids are very, very fortunate to play in these facilities.
These 2 facilities, you know. But the thing is you notice that Stellos is now, there are a lot of, I don't think there's anything like Stellos because of the way it's set up with the facade and the concourse and everything else. But there are a lot of mini Stelloses around the state.
Sure.
And there weren't 20 years ago. That was, a first of its kind. And back in 2000, what was it, Bill? 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
And so now all of a sudden you see, Manchester West has a nice facility. Manchester Memorial is a nice facility. Sure. Exeter's got, Bill Ball Stadium.
Bill Ball Stadium.
And there's a lot, Bank of New Hampshire Stadium up in Laconia. It's nice. It has a couple things that it needs, but that's not a bad place.
Yep.
But so it's become now more of the norm. But Stellos is, I don't think there's anything as picturesque as Stellos because it's right on the river.
Right on the river. You're absolutely right.
It's perfect.
Absolutely right.
Yep.
And Josh Wilson, the DH, he struck out in the 2nd inning. He'll get his 2nd look at McCoubry. Swing and a miss off the Ninto's webbing of the glove there. But yeah, Stello's very picturesque, and just sitting where we're sitting, looking out across the field, also just beautiful.
Yeah, with the pine trees and everything.
It's fantastic.
Yep.
And that one is low, so the count evens up at 1-1.
And it looks fantastic inside. They have done a great job on this field.
Right.
You know, it had some tough conditions at the start of the season.
Ball hammered out of play and heads off to the right side towards some of those trees. 1-2 now to Wilson, the DH.
2 weeks from tonight, the Nashua Silver Knights will open up their season here. Ooh, nice pitch.
Breaking ball there.
Ooh, thought he had it.
Thought he had it too. Thought it was ready for that string to be pulled, but no.
A little high, I think. Just a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Wilson. We'll talk to you, Tom, in between batters here about those Silver Knights. Right back at the pitcher when looked like it went off of his left
It's
field.
gonna be a tough
Bare
play.
hand.
Got
Did he
it.
get him? He
Got
did.
him. Nice play.
Wow.
Nice play.
What an effort. And I think, Tom, it may have caught the heel of McCoubry. I'm not 100% sure, but
It might have. It hit off him, and I think the batter was just a little late at getting out of the box.
Yeah.
You know, and
But a bare hand play and throw over to first, and
yep.
what a great play that was. And that was Dylan, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Dylan, the shortstop. That pitch low and outside for ball 1. This is A.J. Holmes getting his second look at McCoubry. He struck out looking back in the second inning. Swing, foul back out to the right side behind us here. Yeah, Tom, you mentioned the Silver Knights opening up in a couple of weeks. Do we have any inside
Well,
look at the
I'll
team?
tell you what. You're going to see some locals here.
Yep.
You're going to see Derek Finley,
There you go.
you know, who's redshirting at UAlbany right now. And Derek Finley will be here. You're going to see River Hart, former Panther, who is probably chomping at the bit. Both players have got to be champing at the bit because Finley is redshirted, and River Hart's just not playing. He's
Yeah,
a freshman at UMass Lowell, so that's why. I mean, he's a freshman. He's only had 10 at-bats. So, you know, they're both going to be looking to play. and
Itching to get on the
yeah,
field.
they're going to be really looking to play. And it should be good. You know, it should be very interesting.
Swing and a high bouncer to the second baseman. Gathered in, throw to first to record the second out. Nice job there by the Panthers. So
the
the
key
middle
for the-
infielder, excuse me, Tom, doing
Yep.
a nice
they're
job
doing
there.
a great job. You know, that's the thing is, you know, Guertin's now starting to put the ball in play maybe a little bit more. But
He had
nothing
Demers
yet.
there and Dylan at short the play before that. So if you put the ball in play, you have to ask your defenders to make the plays behind you. And so far, so good for the Panthers. Back up the top of the order, this is Franco. And he'll take strike 1. He struck out swinging in the first inning, lined out to center field in the third. He has pitched a whale of a game up to this point, trying to get maybe another insurance run for his team here. That one in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1 to Franco. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Guertin, of course, is the visiting team here this evening. Nashua South is the home team.
got to think there's going to be more drama in the next couple of innings.
Yeah, you would think so. Everything's been relatively calm. And
Yeah.
swing and a miss and
Yeah.
a good pitch
Good
there
pitch.
by McCoubry.
Pulled the string. McCoubry is now pitching tonight. He's not throwing.
Right.
The other night against North, which is, you know, a big game, and they get all amped up.
Adrenaline pumping.
Yeah,
and so
he was
forth.
throwing. This is a pitcher. He's pitching tonight.
That one is low. Gets away.
But sometimes
Ninto.
he's overthrowing, and you can tell that when the cap leaves the head.
Yeah. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Franco dials in. He is using all of that batter's box. Swing
Nice
and a
pitch.
miss. And
Nice
you mentioned it,
pitch.
Tom. He really is.
He is pitching
a
this
heck
time.
of a
He
game.
is pitching.
Yep. Yeah, no
and
question.
and his teammates are know it, and
they got to pick him up here, Tom. It's,
This
you know,
is very
he's-
quiet South bench tonight. I haven't heard a whole lot. Very quiet bench, but they came right out in support of Makubi right there.
Yeah, there's now you would think it looks like I think we have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters coming up to bat here. We do. It's Kachanik will lead things off, and he's got some wheels.
Well,
he
the
showed
thing,
a bunt his last time
that's
up
just
at
it.
bat.
Right, he bunted his first time up and fouled it off. But the thing is, for South, get somebody on base, no matter how, and then run.
Yeah.
And run. And that's what they'll do at this late stage in the game. They will not wait for the double or the triple, because I don't know if you're going to get that against Franco, right?
Right.
So, I'm sure Guertin is planning on Franco going the distance here.
Well, I don't have a pitch count on Franco.
I don't either.
So
But I don't think it's very high,
yeah. Yeah, the innings have been relatively short.
Makubri's thrown more pitches than Franco. No doubt about it.
He's gone deeper. He's gone deeper into counts for sure. But I don't think he's faced more than 5 in an inning. And by him, I mean Makubri. He's faced 4 in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 3 in the fifth.
Right.
Meanwhile, Franco has faced 4 in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, and
5.
I believe 5.
Didn't he pitch? Didn't he
5.
face? He faced 5 in the
yes,
in the
5
third.
in the third inning. You're right.
5 in the
5
third.
in the third inning. Yep. So
Easy for me to say. Right?
yeah, I'm just looking at a lot of Ks here.
Number 1, Holman
Kachanik will step into the right side box and kick some dirt around and get his second look at Franco, the senior, the lefty. That pitch is inside, taken for ball 1.
Franco hasn't lost any velocity, that's for sure.
Boy, you could hear that one pop the mitt.
Yep, he could.
And again, that pitch outside, taken for a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Swing foul back into the netting as we are just about an hour and a half into this game. That one inside, skips through the dirt and to the backstop.
Last week's game was last Friday night's North-South game was a long one. I longed for the 1-0 game of 2 years ago. Ooh, did
Wow,
not
that
get
pitch
that.
taken inside. He did not get it. It
Did
looks
not
like
get it.
he's gotten that pitch tonight, but maybe the jackknife or the step back there by Kachanik.
And now he walks him, and there you
Okay,
go.
So you get something going here.
Now you did just what you didn't want to do, is walk the leadoff hitter with a team that will run the bases. They'll put the hit and run on, they'll bunt, they'll do all sorts of different things to put pressure on your defense.
Well, your leadoff hitter, Brady Dillon, batting at .438. He's been on twice tonight. He walked in the first. I think he had a single in the third, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he
He
did.
It was a bloop into center was it between second and center?
It's the only.
Taken off, showed bunt, throw down to second.
Not going to get him.
Not going to get him. No one was covering
No.
third briefly there.
And he gets over there, but there's the stolen base, and now you got a runner at second with nobody out. See, I told you, wasted no time. None.
Dillon was showing bunt there. It was a called strike.
And the bunt showed forced the catcher to kind of have to delay a little bit with his throw, and it was late.
The delivery shows bunt
Tries
again, and
again.
I'll tell you right there, Kachanik was quite a bit away from second base there.
He was.
And I would venture to say that if they decided to throw to second, Kachanik would have taken off a third.
Yep. Yeah, no chance to get back in time.
And the bunt on 2 strikes,
Wow.
and that's going to be
That'll do
an
it.
out.
They did that last week, too.
Yeah, that's a tough one
Yep.
right there. Little English on that one goes the way of the Cards.
the center fielder. Number 4, Jose.
That goes as a strikeout.
Yes.
So now Franco in double digits with 10. The runner at second base, though, with 1 out.
Well, you really needed to move him to third, but oh, nice pitch there.
And if I'm
Tanaka
Franco,
was
all
frozen.
I care about is the guys at the plate. Sure, if he wants to take third, go ahead. I'll get the next 2 guys out, and that'll be it.
Swing and a miss. Quickly down 0-2
That's
is
why.
Tanaka.
Right, see, that's why. You get the lefty up, get the 2 outs, and then you just focus on the batters. If it works that way.
Franco's first pitch was terrific. And the third one.
Yeah, Tanaka defensive.
What a series.
Tanaka just frustrated after the first 2 strikes, and he says, I got to swing the bat and get something here, and he reaches way out for a ball that pitch that was outside the zone, and it's another strikeout.
Strikeout number 11, yeah.
Yep.
Gus Smiley struck out looking his last at bat.
My guess is he's not going to be looking this time. Smiley's going to be swinging the bat here because he's got a runner at second base, and he wants to drive him in here in the 5th inning and tie this game up.
Base hit could do some damage. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to that one.
He is going to be cutting. So if I'm Franco, I don't give him too much off speed. I want to go blow it right by him.
Swing, fouled straight back, and
he's quickly down 0-2 on 2 fastballs.
So don't mess around here.
Yeah, I don't
waste a pitch because if you miss it,
I don't think in high school you have to waste a pitch as much, right? Not at this level. I think you can go right over the plate. Here it is. I'm throwing for hard. Can you hit it? No, and that's it. And that'll do it.
Wow.
Yep.
Strikeout number 12.
So the leadoff man gets on. What does Franco do?
Strikes out
Good
the
morning, good afternoon, and good
night.
night. And that's where we are with 5 innings here at historic Holman Stadium. 1-0 the score in favor of Bishop Guertin. But don't touch that remote because something's going to happen in the next couple
We got a new
innings.
pitcher on the hill here for the Panthers.
And that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because McCoubrey threw hard, he threw a lot of pitches, and he threw well. And that's the best he's thrown in a while. And I think you want him positive. You want him feeling positive. That's the way to do it.
This is number 23, Jacoby Casey, who is in for the Purple Panthers. And Casey is a lefty.
And that the bullpen did not really do the job last week for
Now pitching for the Panthers.
Nashua South.
Number 23.
So this is a situation where it needs to do the job. But you know what? There's nobody on Guertin that's sad to see McCoubrey leave.
No doubt.
You know, because he leaves after 5 innings, did not allow a hit, ladies and gentlemen. No hits for Guertin. So
now, interestingly enough, I don't have a year. I don't even have Jacoby on the official roster here.
he's on the lineup that was printed out.
The lineup, but not the roster.
Right.
And so interesting. But Casey will come.
That means he was the roster's the one that was online, right? That's the varsity roster, so he's been brought up.
Yep.
I bet he's on
my guess.
I bet he is on the JV roster.
Santos.
So Casey will work against Santos here. And that one inside and almost hit Gavin. Santos got on base with an errant throw by the shortstop. Oh, and that one smoked but high into short center field there. Left center, I guess you'd call the edge of the grass. Sure sounded like something off the bat.
Sure did, didn't it?
Just went off the end of the bat, so 1 up, 1 down. Krivak is now up. Isaac struck out in his last at bat, walked in the first inning. Casey will deal.
A little slower, not as much velocity. So Guertin's got to make an adjustment.
And that's not always an easy thing to do. Sometimes it can take an at bat or two to see the ball better. Slow your approach down, but that one you don't have to approach it as Krivak gets hit. So he's hit by a pitch. He'll head down to first.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Anything operating down there in the BG bullpen, Tom?
Yes, there are pitchers. There's one right-hander throwing. So, I mean, you're getting into the 6th inning, so you're probably looking at, possibly having to do it. Or let's see, they get 2 of them. Double action, double-barreled, 2 righties. 1 catcher and 2 right-handed pitchers.
Ryan Haskell grounded out to the shortstop in the 3rd, and he popped up to the shortstop in the 1st. Senior third baseman steps into the right side box.
But I don't change pitchers if I can avoid it.
And that one hit him.
Yep.
So Haskell will head down to first. Now runners are on first and second, and there'll be a meeting at the mound.
Yeah, you got a young kid probably who's just overthrown. Trying to come inside.
So just the 1 out here in the top of the inning, top of the 6th inning. And a chance for Guertin to get some insurance here.
Yep, 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Will the Cardinals try to run? I mean, they did that last time they were in this situation with 1st and 2nd. And they ran the runner to 3rd base and it produced a run. My guess is they won't.
Jake Boudreau, the first baseman, he struck out in the 3rd swinging and got walked in the 2nd. So he'll try to advance his teammates on the base paths here. Swing, foul off to the right side into the netting.
Jake Boudreau's father, Nate, was a good player for one Nashua High School back in the early 90s.
There it is.
There's the hit.
Yeah, there it is, and they'll send him. And that'll plate the 2nd run. There'll be runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, Ninto.
Aggressive base running there.
Ninto did not throw to 3rd base. I thought he might have had a chance there, but that's the base hit. Now Guertin is up 2-0, and with the way Franco's pitching, that makes it even tougher.
So good piece of hitting there as Boudreau saw the ball well. He was first pitch swinging, then second pitch swinging. We'll get a pinch runner for the Cardinals as Boudreau will come off the field. And it looks like number 13, Kyle Young, will run the bases at 2nd.
Yep, Bishop Guertin looking to get 2 runs here if they can with runners in scoring position and get the fast runner at 2nd base and double up what they've got. They've got a 2-0 lead. They'd like to make it 4-0 before they leave this inning. But all you need to know is how well McCoubry pitched, and he leaves the game, and then Guertin starts to do some things, right? So there you go. There's almost a tribute in a way to how McCoubry pitched and got himself out of some trouble here and there.
Casey quickly up 0-2.
Yeah, you'd expect with the difference in velocity for the Cardinals to be way out in front of pitches, but
they are. They were that time.
They were that time, and you'd expect that.
That one smoked into center field. It looked like they have a pretty good beat on it. It's going to be a tag and run, and that's going to be insurance run.
Yep.
For the Cards. So
and a
good
smart
piece
play,
of hitting there
smart
by
play
Goldstein.
at 2nd to go to 3rd. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of times the runner at 2nd won't even think about it. You know, they say, "Oh, the runner's going to score," but wait a minute, I can tag and go to 3rd, and that's what they did.
So good sound, running on the base paths. Fundamental baseball.
And that's why he's out there. Pinch runner. That's his job.
That pitch goes outside. So there's 2 down here, but 2 runs padding that Guertin advantage. Druin from the left side, swing and a miss.
That's a good pitch. I like.
He had bad intentions, did Druin, on that swing.
I'm surprised Druin didn't corkscrew himself into the ground.
Only in Bugs Bunny cartoons, I think.
Or
Tom,
when Reggie Jackson would
Reggie
come to the
Jackson,
plate.
right. Breaking ball, no.
Oh, a hanger. A hanger, but it was just a little too far inside. Oh.
You know, and I'm going to say this. The game's not over yet, Tom. There's still, a lot of baseball to be played here, but I know you hate when I say that, but, for time
we don't want a lot of
issues,
baseball
I hear
left.
you. Swing and staying alive there. But you look at the opportunities that Nashua South, I don't want to say squandered, but they had some runners in scoring position a couple of times. They were unable to bring those guys around, and it certainly would be a different feel to the game had they been able to do
Sure
that.
would, but whose fault is that? It's not South's fault, it's Franco's. Franco did that.
Yep.
Franco pitched out of trouble, and
did.
that's what you
Sure
want
did.
good pitchers to do, right? You want good pitchers to know how to pitch their way out of jams. And you know what? In this inning, it could have been a lot worse, too.
That's true.
You know, South did a good job to get out of that.
Casey battled and
Casey battled and got out of it. He only allowed 2 runs,
Yep.
and you thought that it might be a little bit more. And
it could have been a lot worse. So
exactly.
we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nashua South down 3 runs here, and now is the time if you're the Panthers. Now McCoubry, I believe, was scheduled to bat.
Yes.
McCoubry,
And he's in the
O'Brien,
field. He's out in the field.
I think he's out in the field.
Yeah,
so
you keep his bat in the lineup. That's what they always do. They keep his bat in.
it'll be McCoubry, O'Brien, DePaulo. If anyone gets on, Ninto, the catcher. And taking the mound again.
So I don't think,
Franco.
we've got Franco here in the 6th. So we'll see how he gets through this. And then if he gets through it unscathed, doesn't throw a lot of pitches, doesn't have to pitch out a major jam, then you'll probably see him come out for the 7th. If he does, then you probably won't.
Well, you get a couple of arms that were warming up there, as you noted.
Yeah,
and it's a matter of
it's a one-run game.
it's a
I'd have
one-run-
somebody
if it's
going
a 3-run game, it's a little different than if it's a 1-run game. So
Right.
we'll see how that all plays out. And, of course, pitch count being
But
what
this
it is, there are
this
numbers.
is a team that's very deep in pitching.
Yeah.
Always has been the last 2 or 3 years. Young arms, and now they're older arms. Franco, I remember watching him as a sophomore. So this is a team that's got some pitching depth.
McCoubry will come to the plate here with the right-handed swing. He will face off against his counterpart, Franco. McCoubry struck out looking in the 3rd and popped up to center field in the 1st. Breaking ball delivered by Franco, a good one, and McCoubry quickly down 0-1.
Did you play baseball at Brady, Jason?
No, track and field.
Track and field, okay.
But my freshman year, Bishop Brady won the state championship. The
In
Class M
baseball?
title. They did, indeed.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Class
sir.
I? Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it was Class M and S maybe back
Yep.
then, or yeah. Swing
Boy,
foul
I'll
back
tell you
in the
what.
net.
Just mention track and field. I got to give a plug to both North and South. They've got some athletes that are really having great years
Yeah,
on both
for
in
sure.
both schools.
For sure.
I sit home and type those things up every time there's a big meet. And it's Janelle Thomas,
Yeah.
Darius Smith.
Yeah,
It's the relay team at
For
Nashville for
South,
the South
yeah,
boys.
yeah.
It's the speedsters that
Yeah.
South girls have.
Yeah.
I mean, really, there are some good athletes at both schools that are
Sure
going to
are.
do some things 2 weeks from tomorrow at Portsmouth. It's a morning start, 10 a.m. start.
Yeah, there's, and the thing about track and field is, times are times and distances are distances. It doesn't matter what state you're in or where you're doing it. As swinging is
12.
McCoubry there. I think it's 13.
13?
Tom. Yep, I think so.
Let's see. He struck out. That's right. He struck out the side.
Number 13, Chase
Last inning.
Ryan.
So he went in with 9. Yes, you're right. He went in with 9, and he struck out the side. So now he's got 13. He struck out the last 4 hitters. Somebody made contact.
And it's playing some tricks out there. It'll be
Foul
caught in foul territory for
but
the second out.
An easy one.
Yep. I think that was Chase O'Brien.
Yep. And now DePaulo will step in, and he's had trouble.
Yeah, he struck out twice,
Yeah.
once in the second and once in the fourth, both via the swing. Taken for a call. Strike. But back to that track and field thing, Tom. It doesn't matter where you run or where you jump, or where you compete, what state, California, Texas, Florida. Times are times. Distances are distances. They do not change.
No, it's you know what? The thing about that, it's the most social sport of any high school sport.
I used to love it. You'd go to a meet, you do your events,
See
and you
all
make
these
100
kids.
best friends.
Oh, it's unbelievable, and everybody's
sure.
cheering you on. Even the other teams cheering you on.
Yeah.
It's really, really something.
Well, a lot of times in track, if you're not qualifying for the state meet or anything like that, you're really competing against yourself in a lot of ways.
Yep.
Trying to beat your own personal best. Ooh, a little cheese there in the late innings, just taken high for a ball, but 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to the first baseman, DePaulo.
And good coaches, too. I mean, what did Doug Booth told his relay team at the end of the indoor meet? They had a chance to move up and get it into the top 3.
Yep.
And he said, run like it's your last race. And they did.
DePaulo makes contact, hustled down the first baseline, but a nice throw. And that'll bring
pitching
the 6th to the
and
end.
defense, right? Pitching, defense, some base running to force mistakes, and a timely hit. And that's why they've got the 3-0 lead over Nashua South. And you know what? Next year, this might be the South team doing it because they're going to have a lot of these guys back, including McCoubry.
Right, he'll be a senior next year.
Yep.
That's right. We'll head to the top of the 7th. And Guertin.
Already? It's the 7th.
I believe, yeah.
How about
top
that?
of the 7th.
Wow.
Top of the 7th. Casey back on the mound. And he'll try to put the tourniquet on this 3-0 BG advantage. Give his Purple Panthers a shot at the bottom of the 7th. But right now, it looks like he'll be facing Wilson, Holmes, Franco, and if anybody gets on, Santos.
And looking ahead to the 7th South, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
But 2 of those batters have been on base in the last 2 innings.
Right.
So
bottom of the order in games like this usually does damage, right? In games like this, bottom of the order always seems to do damage. So we have hit almost the 2-hour mark in this one.
yeah, we're 10 minutes shy of 2 hours.
Yep.
Happy Mother's Day weekend, everyone, coming up here on Sunday.
Just another thing you got to buy, right?
To all the moms out there, you can send your complaints to
Yep, exactly.
Tom King at Nashua ETV. I'll give the home phone number. You can text him.
Exactly. No, I think that's one of the more appropriate days of the year. That's for sure.
Swing out of play.
That is still something else.
Oh boy, viewership just
you
went down.
You
10%.
go from Christmas, and then you got birthdays, and then you got Valentine's Day. Oh boy.
Sounds like someone has gotten their fair share of lumps of coal, and they're just a little bit. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you never know.
Into the back of the netting, that one goes. No wind here tonight, other than what's coming out of Tom King's mouth up in the booth.
Well, I
here
mean,
at,
look, try to buy flowers on Mother's Day compared to some day in the middle of March, right? The prices just go up and up and up.
You bought a lot of plastic flowers, didn't you, Tom? Huh?
I try to see if they look close enough to the real thing, if they feel close enough to the real thing.
Somewhere John Collins is just shaking his head.
No, he's not, because he would have said something similar to that about something else.
Josh Wilson stepping in here.
We wouldn't have been at Stello Stadium.
That's true.
We would have been in Manchester.
That's true. That is true.
And there's a walk, and here's Guertin looking to add on here with the leadoff man on.
Wilson will head down to first base, and I think we have a pinch hitter here, Tom, coming up.
I'll be spending my Saturday evening with John Collins.
No better place to be.
Oh, I can think of it.
Half a dozen or so.
We will be at Riviera University for the International Soccer Club of Nashua's Eagles, the semi-pro team. It's good. It is good soccer. It'll be a good game.
This is Colby Piper.
We'll be there at 6 o'clock. So come and join us, or sit back and watch it on Nashua ETV.
There you go. And we'll see what Holiday Tom King puts down next. All right.
Well, at least it's really not a holiday, right?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Colby Piper, number 16.
It's a Sunday. I don't call Sundays holiday. Oh, there goes the runner. He's going to make it. Actually, a good throw.
Yeah, it was.
Would have had him. I was surprised. He had some speed. So, because the ball bounced, I didn't think the catcher was going to have enough time to get down there in time. Nice job by Ninto to get it down there where you had to think about it if you're the umpire making the call.
So Piper is ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. And he hits a moonshot. And that is, they're going to have a collision, near collision. Good adjustment there on the first baseline by Leo DiPaolo. He was
it should have been the infield fly anyway, right?
Yeah, but he adjusted to that nicely. That's not an easy catch.
I don't think any ball hit in the air in high school baseball is an easy catch, or at a lot of levels. You know, the beginner levels and everything else. You know, and then you get into small college. I mean, I've seen some stuff really messed up with the ball in the air. I think if you talk to any infielder, they'll say, give me a ground ball any day of the week.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Sam Franco getting his 4th plate appearance of the evening. 2 quick strikes. And the one thing I've seen that I've kind of liked here is there haven't been a lot of complaints about pitches tonight, which is good to see, you know.
Well,
and that one plunks
that is
Franco.
the 3rd hit batsman that Casey has thrown. 3rd guy that he's hit.
Yeah, and runners are on first and second now as Santos comes up. He popped up to the shortstop in the 6th. Got on base via an error in the 3rd and struck out swinging in the 1st. Runners on first and second for the Cardinals. That one inside nearly got a piece of Santos.
So let me put Jason Roby on the spot. What are you doing on Mother's Day, Jason Roby?
So in the morning, I'm gonna drive and see my mother. Then in the afternoon, I will drive and see my mother-in-law.
Oh.
And I will spend the afternoon with Mrs. Roby, my wife, and my loving children.
There you go.
So there it is.
There it is.
And I'm sure the honey to-do list will be quite extensive. Ooh. That one gets under the glove of the 3rd baseman, and here comes another insurance run across the plate for the Cardinals. Good piece of hitting there by Santos.
Ground ball, 3rd baseman. I think the 3rd baseman thought it was going to be by him.
Yeah, he had a chance at it. Got under his glove.
He didn't realize he had the chance at it, so he put the glove down a little late.
Yeah.
And ball gets by him, and it's 4-0 in favor of BG.
So still just the 1 out with runners at first and second for Guertin. This is Isaac Krivak. He was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning, came around to score eventually. Swing and a miss, bad intentions on that one. But he's been on base twice tonight.
Yep.
Sandwiched in between that was a strikeout swinging in the 3rd. He walked in the 1st. Casey delivers, high pitch, quick look down to first. Runners get back. Count evened up at 1-1.
So now you got a 4-run lead. Does Guertin put Franco out there? I would imagine. I think you do. I think you put him back out there just to let him finish this off and not take any chances, because of the way he's pitched, he's mastered South fairly well. And, you don't want to open a door for Nashua South and then have to use multiple pitchers.
Well, you look ahead, you think Guertin, moves to 8-7, basically solidifying. Nice stop there, and a run to third. They got him dead to rights, and then got him. Nice job to record that second out.
Wait a second here. Is the runner going to leave the bag or not?
We're going to have a protest. They're calling timeout.
He was called out, and you know what? That was closer than you think because the third baseman took his time running over there.
Well, the third baseman was also towards the Guertin dugout. Had to come back
across the bag, and that's,
And that's a tough call for the.
I think any umpire, they're going to check with Jeff Kleiner.
And here's why: because the umpire is on the second base side, so he's really seeing the back side of that.
Can't see it. You can't make those calls there, but they're going to call out. Yep. Jeff's got an early tee time tomorrow, so he'd like to go home.
And that will be.
Jeff Kleiner couldn't make that call from where he was. You can't make the call with the two up. The calls at third are the toughest to make.
And that was a tough one because
you don't have an umpire in the vicinity. That's the problem.
Well, let's call it like it is too. The ball definitely beat the runner there. It was just a matter of.
The tag
he was on the.
I don't know if the tag got down.
I don't think so.
I don't think it did.
But you know what, Tom? You'll watch it back on the Nashua ETV replay. And you'll know.
Exactly.
But the call stands. The runner is out. 2 outs here, top of the 7th rather. And that one is roped.
Is it going to stay fair?
No. Foul by about 5 feet or so. So the count will stay at 2-2. And it was a good swing by Isaac, the senior, trying to get on base for the 3rd time tonight. And not a bad check at third base, Tom. I mean, swing and back up towards the Tom King booth.
Above it. Luxury suite. That was luxury suite territory.
Now, how come they put the lock on the outside of the door for you over there? Is that a... Got a piece of that one staying alive, Travolta style. So Casey trying to limit the damage done here in the 7th inning. Lefty delivers.
Nice pitch.
Just missed on the outside portion. Yeah, some of the South infielders are starting to head towards the bench.
Yep. I don't blame them. I thought that was a strike. But from my angle, it's tough to tell. You were right over the plate. You can see it better.
That one a moon shot. Let's see if it stays in play. No. Oh, and
I'm telling you, foul balls here are just the toughest to catch unless it's right near the line and nobody's going to run too far to do it.
Well, that one stayed up there long enough so you could get over there, but then it dances in the night.
And that does go in the books as an error.
Yeah.
That was a catchable third out, and it is an E5. This one now, the other side. DePaulo will get it. No, maybe not.
Oh, and he battles.
I jinxed him. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, just giving extra chances here to the Isaac.
It's got to be the lights, right? Either that or just can't pick up the ball.
I don't think they can pick it up because it looks like they're still moving, trying to judge it, and there is no wind here tonight.
No, none. So that's another E. 2 errors that don't affect the inning, but they do. And
they do now because
the batter's going to be on first base. Yep.
So
third baseman, number 7, Ryan Haskell.
Here comes Haskell with 2 on and 2 out.
Haskell was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning. He came around to score.
Yep.
And he grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd and popped up to the shortstop in the 1st. 2 down here, top of the 7th. Swing, first pitch. Little hop, step, and a jump. And the 3rd out is recorded.
Those 2 pops don't affect the inning. That's good.
So we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th here from historic Holman Stadium. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals protecting a 4-0 lead. We'll see who takes the mound. Will it be Sam Franco to try and close things out?
And when he does take them out, if it's him, watch him skip over the line.
Yeah, you never want to step on the line.
He does it every time. Skips right over.
You look down at the Panther
he's
side.
coming out.
There
He's
you go.
coming out.
Coming
there
out.
he is. And there we'll watch him. So he'll go right to the line. Oh, wait a minute. Is he?
No, he's in the field.
He's in the field? Yes, he is in the field.
He still skipped over the line, though, Tom.
Yeah, he did.
And you look at the south side of things, they're all standing outside the dugout. A little pep talk here by Coach James Guy. And taking the mound for the Cardinals will be number 11. I think it's A.J. Holmes.
It is Holmes. Holmes, from what I see, and here's somebody with a windup. Holmes has got great stuff. His issue is control, or at least it had been. Don't know if that's the case. It had been as a sophomore when I watched him pitch last year. But he looks pretty sharp on the mound right now in warm-ups, but wait till the batter gets in the box. So A.J. Holmes.
Your attention, please.
Nice pitch there. He's got some movement on that ball. And
So I guess those innings did the trick, right?
yeah.
I mean, those 2 innings to get runs and letting Franco go with, what do we have him at? 13?
I believe the number was 13. I'll go back and take a look at my book here.
Yep.
And we're counting that foul out on a bunt counts as a strikeout.
Yes,
right,
it does.
Tom? So
Yep.
that would be 13. Yes, sir. Yep. So not a bad effort there by Mr. Franco. And too, you think about, Grant McCoubry, he had a nice night out on the mound as well. Just the 1 run against him, and I believe it was unearned, right, Tom?
Yes, an unearned run. I've got to go through everything to make sure that it was, throwing error did it. So,
yep,
but
right.
but it was a throwing error on a stolen base. It wasn't a throwing error on a potential out.
Right.
So
correct.
So that's. But if you look at it, the runs for Guertin, they are all generated by pitching mistakes, and I'm not talking about a pitch to a hitter.
Ninto first pitch swinging to the second baseman, and
Nice
a
play.
nice scoop there.
Grow, I believe.
One up, one down.
I am talking about pitches to hitters, but I'm not talking about a mistake made by a pitcher that a hitter whacked.
Right.
Hit batsman and the walks. McCoubry's 1 inning where you're allowed to run, 2 walks.
Yep.
And in Casey's case, he hit what? He hit 3. I think he hit 3, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
I believe so. Adam Murray is swing and a miss. He's in the game pinch hitting here.
And of course,
in the 8th spot.
South has been held to 2 hits. 1 hit, 2 hits. 2 hits, 1 hit. I think it was only 1 hit.
1.
There was a play at first where the ball was.
I feel like it's 1 hit,
I think
but
it's
I
just
could
1
be
hit.
wrong. Yeah, 1 hit.
Yep.
So.
1 hit.
That one high and inside to Murray.
Yeah, Holmes is sharp. He's got some stuff.
Adam getting a chance here. That one outside. Adam is a junior. pitch misses the inside corner. Count goes full. Number 10, Adam Murray. He's in the right side box. Here comes the pitch. And the big windup from Holmes.
Yep.
High. And Murray will head down to first.
Now batting. Number 1, Holman Stadium.
So Kachanik.
I guarantee you won't be bunting unless it's for a base hit. Maybe you will for a base hit. I don't know. You won't be doing it for a sacrifice. You would have if it was 1-0, that's for sure.
Swing. And that one is going to be caught in foul territory by Boudreau, the first baseman.
Panthers down to their final out. Brady Dillon, the leadoff hitter in the game, due up. And here he is. And he walked to lead off the game.
And he has the only hit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. He's reached base twice.
Pitch taken outside. He's ahead 1-0 against Holmes. Holmes will just pay attention to the batter here. Fire, and it's hit right back
There
up
it
to
is.
Holmes.
Yep.
He'll calmly step over and throw to first, and that will do it here.
That will do it.
From historic Holman Stadium. Your final score, the Bishop Guertin Cardinals 4, the Nashua South Panthers 0. BG will move to 8-7 on the season. They'll head over to Concord to play the Crimson Tide on the 13th at 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, South falls to 4-7. They'll host a 2-10 Salem Blue Devil team on the 14th at 4:30. Tom King, your final thoughts here on this one.
My final thoughts were pitching, right?
Yep.
You know, good pitching by AJ Holmes coming in relief, just the one walk, but you know, Sam Franco dominated, and South couldn't generate enough offense to make Guertin nervous and put them in a bad situation. And then when Grant McCoubry, his best outing of the year, when the South had to go to their bullpen, it cost them some insurance runs. So Jason Roby, you have a happy Mother's Day.
I will
And
say.
happy Mother's Day to all the moms. All kidding aside, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And we will see you down the road. We'll be back on tomorrow night with soccer from Riviera University, International Soccer Club Eagles of Nashua. So don't miss that.
Yeah, for my partner Tom King, the man on the moving pictures, Tim Diesel O'Neill, our executive producers, Pete Johnson. My name is Jason Roby. Thanking you all for watching us. Take care, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, and we'll see you real soon. Good night.